What's up, guys? We are minutes away from starting this Huesca Real Madrid game. Unfortunately, Madridistas have been hit with more bad news this morning as Sergio Ramos has just undergone knee surgery and he's going to be out 6 to 7 weeks. He got hurt last minute on Friday, so this is horrible news. He's of course going to be missing both Champions League games. So not starting off the video with too good of news, but hopefully we can come back at the end of the first half with some better news. I'll see you guys then. Okay, guys, and we are back from the end of that first half. A first half that I would say was pretty underwhelming. I think it's a Real Madrid that's struggling to adapt to the conditions that they're in. One, the actual weather conditions. It is pouring out there, which is, overall harder in terms of playing the type of football that they want to play. Conditions start to get a little worse. Players start slipping, fouls start occurring, so it becomes a little more of a choppy game. Second to that, Huesca has come and approached the game with five defenders in the back, like we said in the preview, and Real Madrid once again is struggling to adapt that because they're attacking them as if Huesca had four in the back, and it's not the same way that you want to attack that kind of formation. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to attack the wings, and then once you get past those wingers, then try to put a ball down below for an oncoming Benzema. However, it's just Benzema up there with three center backs. So that pass is always going to get intercepted by one of the center backs. We need a center mid to start crashing the box or just start trying different options. The overall feeling I get from this game is a world-class midfield with Toni Kroos, Casemiro, Luka Modric they have been working their butt off. Honestly, I mean, I can't get mad at the team for not working hard. They have been trying. However, they're not trying with the right ideas. But going back to what I was saying, I sense a world-class midfield that is just filled with potential, filled with talent, trying to open up spaces for the attackers, for the wingers, Vinicius and Asensio, and both of them just being incapable with their skill, incapable with their ideas. Out of those two, honestly, I think Vinicius is having the better of the games. Between the two, Asensio has, I would say, in the end, more talent. So whenever he gets the ball, there's a little more quality to his plays. However, Asensio doesn't work as hard as Vinicius. Vinicius is constantly working hard. He wants the ball. You could tell he wants to get that confidence. He wants to be part of the team. However, I don't know if he has the skill to do it. He's still making a lot of mistakes. Actually, his first ball that he touched in the half, second minute of the game, he unfortunately loses it, and it opens up a counterattack for the other team, which they almost capitalized. They still got a shot off of it. So that's exactly the type of stuff that makes the team around Vinicius Jr. have a little worry when he gets the ball. It feels like they work hard to get him the ball, but then they're like, oh wait, it's Vinicius that has the ball. We need to take a step back. We can't keep going forward because he's likely going to lose the ball and then we're going to get countered. And I think that's what's costing us a lot in the attack. The team not trusting Vinicius and Vinicius sensing that, losing confidence, and then losing the ball, which generates counterattacks. There's been, I gave you that example, but there's been multiple examples. With that being said, though, Vinicius has had a few dribbles that he's been successful in. He's attempted 3 dribbles so far and completed 2 of them. One of them being actually really dangerous down that left wing, ran past two of the defenders, put in a low cross, which goes back to what I was saying, the way that we're attacking, and the ball was intercepted. So at least we're starting to see a Vinicius that's, at least trying a little more. He's not zoning himself out of the game. He's working hard, not successfully, but he's at least trying. I do want to say that our first shot, we've only had one shot this game, and it didn't come until minute 33. So just goes to say how closed off this game is. It's gonna require one inspired moment from either the midfield or Benzema, or hopefully Vinicius, someone to break the deadlock. If that moment doesn't come, then I worry that we're gonna end up with a 0-0. Huesca has not really created much. A little bit in the first 10 minutes, but after that, not much else. Guys, what can I say? Toni Kroos got a yellow card. He's gonna be missing the game against Getafe. There's no more midfielders. Let's hope we can pull off a victory here because it's gonna be very crucial. I'll see you guys at the end of the second half. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. A year later, after a whole year, Real Madrid finally gets a victory after going down. After being down on the scoreboard a year later. Varane with 2 goals. Let's go ahead and recap a little more of what happened this half, because it started off as worst as possible. Within the first 30 seconds, Huesca had already hit the crossbar. And then 2 minutes later, they get the opening goal on a counterattack where the ball falls to the striker, Huesca striker, who honestly hit a banger of a shot. It went upper 90, not much for Courtois to do, but it left us in a very, very shitty position. After a first half in which it looked like we could not score whatsoever, we see ourselves now down 1-0. At that moment, I was like, we are either going to lose or like max we can do is tie. There's no way. And then 2 minutes later, Huesca hits another crossbar. They could have gone to up 2-0 within the first 5 minutes of the second half, and we would have been absolutely done. Real Madrid was out of ideas. The whole second half, Vinicius disappeared. I think he touched a max of like 2-3 balls. He had one good run, but that was it. Vinicius mainly disappeared. I think Asensio is the one that actually stepped up in the second half. But luckily, to our surprise, minute 54, Marco Asensio is the one that drew a foul. Benzema takes it. Hits the crossbar actually, and the ball falls to Rafael Varane, who luckily heads it, hits off the goalie, and then finally, thankfully, goes in. So that goal changed the game around completely for us because it, morale speaking, it brought Huesca down completely. They went from a position of almost going up 2-0 to now being tied against us. And for us, morale-wise, it helped us a bunch. The intensity went up for us. It looked like the team had found a second breath. They were trying to attack, and that's where actually we started creating a plethora of attacks. There was many combinations that we created. One very specific one that hopefully you should be seeing screenshots right here. A play started with Luka Modric, who gives it to Asensio. Asensio, first touch back to Luka Modric, who gives it back to, I think, Vinicius Jr. Vinicius lays it off to, I don't even know if it was Luka Modric again. And then the ball ends up with Karim Benzema, who takes a shot. His shot wasn't the greatest. Honestly, Karim Benzema did not have the greatest of games, which we're starting to see that fatigue start to build up on him. Something that we've been saying for months, accumulating so many minutes. Obviously, not much Zidane can do because Mariano is, frankly, watching him play is pretty horrible. But missed out on that opportunity. And then later on, this is the one play that Vinicius Jr. actually did have that impressed me. He once again used his space, used his pace to get past the Huesca defender, puts a cross in. Marco Asensio heads it back into the box, and Karim Benzema by himself blasts it as hard as he can, which is actually kind of what surprised me. Karim Benzema seems to be more of a finesse player that should have, in my opinion, placed it into the corner. But instead, he just blasts that ball, and it hits the chest/face of the goalkeeper. Off the line. I could not believe the scenes because at that point there was like 12, 13 minutes left. I thought that was a chance right there. Actually, I forgot to say, moments before that, Courtois actually had an insane save off the line off a powerful header by Rafa Mir. His arm was literally left hurting at the end of that play. So it was just unbelievable. I did like that Zidane finally tried something new. That is the one of the few things that I'm gonna say from this game, other than obviously, we ended up getting the 3 points in the end. But the fact that Zidane tried something new, which was bringing in Marcelo for Odriozola, switching, putting Mendy on the right wing. I would personally put Marcelo on the right back spot, but having Marcelo and Mendy both playing at the same time. I think Marcelo's a player that he obviously cannot play 90 minutes anymore, but he still has more than enough skill to play a good 20-30 minutes left, because at that point, physically he's still in the game. Strikers are not as fast anymore. They're a little more tired and a little more sloppy, and that's where his skill can really bring a lot to us. And we saw that there were multiple times where Marcelo had the ball that actually impressed me, once again because of his skill, but actually his first touch of the game almost ended in a goal. He blasted the ball at the top of the box, like I said, almost ended in a goal, which would have been pretty insane. But as the game progressed, here's another tactic that Zidane implemented, which was switching to a 3-5-2 formation. He ended up taking out Vinicius Jr. and putting in Mariano to go up top alongside Karim Benzema, and ended up taking off Mendy as well and putting in the youngster Marvin, who actually had a really good game as a right wing back. Those 10-15 minutes he played, looked very calm. He was just like, he looked like he was just put on the game. He was just chilling, like playing with the boys. He was so calm about everything. He didn't do anything in specific amazing, brilliant, but every time he got the ball, he felt pretty secure, pretty confident with the ball, which was nice to see. So we ended up playing 3 in the back with Nacho, Varane, and Casemiro. Luka Modric and Toni Kroos were the 2 center mids, and then up top was in that center attacking position was Marco Asensio, who actually ended up having a really good display playing in the center attacking position with Marcelo and Marvin on the wings, with Karim Benzema and Mariano up top, which ended up working out for us because in the end we ended up finding that goal via Varane. Great cross by Toni Kroos that Casemiro ends up winning. Huesca was very bad in the air, I will say that. And Varane ends up getting his double of the game. Obviously, Varane is the man of the match. First time we come back in a year from being down, which is absolutely insane to us. The main thing we can take out of this game is the fact that we pulled out the 3 points in a game that looked like we were going to end up dropping 2. So, new tactics, 3 points, I'll take that. Time for the shoutouts. Okay, so now, as promised, we have quite a few people, 5 people that correctly predicted the 2-1 victory for Real Madrid. Number 1 being YSN King. I believe you've already gotten a few, so I'll have to check the leaderboards. Next up, we have Roberto Leal, and in your comment, you were kind of venting about the Odegaard loan, which now that we have Toni Kroos out for the next game, it's going to be even worse. I totally agree with you, man. I don't understand why we loaned out Odegaard, but it is what it is. Next up, we have David Fit. He said, great video, bro. Well said. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for that prediction. And lastly, we have Luis Martinez that said, Ala Madrid, let's go. We're going to get a 2-1 victory. Oh, lastly, I also predicted a 2-1 victory. So, shout out for myself. Okay, guys, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the like button down below. Put a smile on your face. We finally got a win after it seems like who knows how long. It's a good day. It's a good day, guys. Just take the day off. I'll see you guys in the next video. For now, Ala Madrid.